continues. The president will be implementing tomorrow a 25% tariffs on Mexico, 25% tariffs on Canada.
As we're in a critical moment. As President Trump stated yesterday, he is still committed to placing tariffs on Canada starting as early as tomorrow, possibly.
Yes, the White House has confirmed tariffs on Canada, Mexico, and China will go into effect tomorrow. This is because Canada and Mexico have supported an invasion of illegal into the US. Canada and Mexico will get slapped with 25% and China 10% for now. 47 is not playing. That is according to the person who posted this. I have the full detail. Justin Trudeau is saying something. I don't know why they are freaking out. Trump made it clear this is coming.
With the president in the Oval Office, and I can confirm that tomorrow, the February 1st deadline that President Trump put into place at a statement several weeks ago continues. The president will be implementing tomorrow a 25% tariffs on Mexico, 25% tariffs on Canada, and a 10% tariff on China for the illegal fentanyl that they have sourced and allowed to distribute into our country, which has killed tens of millions of Americans. These are promises made and promises kept by the president.
The president yesterday said that last night he was planning to discuss whether an exemption would be made on oil imports. Do you have any information on what decision he made there, or will there be exemptions at all offered under this?
I don't have an update or readout for you on the exemptions, but those tariffs will be for public consumption in about 24 hours tomorrow, so you can read them then.
As we're in a critical moment. As President Trump stated yesterday, he is still committed to placing tariffs on Canada starting as early as tomorrow, possibly. Now, we don't know precisely what that could look like, but I do know two things. First, if the president does choose to implement any tariffs against Canada, we're ready with a response. A purposeful, forceful, but reasonable, immediate response. It's not what we want, but if he moves forward, we will also act. Patrol helicopters began monitoring the border earlier this week, and new canine teams along with imaging tools are being deployed to detect and stop the flow of fentanyl. Meanwhile, our previously implemented border measures are already showing results, too. We've ended the practice of flagpoling, when temporary residents travel to the United States only to immediately return to Canada to access immigration services, a decision that's saving Canadian and American border officials time and resources. And we're bringing in heightened security for visa applications, which has resulted in an 89% drop in illegal crossings by foreign citizens to the United States in the second half of last year. This is real progress. As the President's Commerce Secretary nominee acknowledged the other day, it demonstrates that we are committed to the Canada-US relationship, committed to upholding the safety and security of our shared border. And while we will continue to explain that Canada is the trading partner the United States needs for its long-term prosperity and global security, Canada has steel and aluminum, critical minerals, clean and affordable energy, stable democratic institutions, shared values, and the best workers in the world. Right now, we're showing the new American administration that they have a strong partner in Canada when it comes to upholding border security, all while simultaneously underscoring that we won't back down, that if tariffs are implemented against Canada, we will respond. We won't relent.
We are here this morning, my friends, as an unlikely group.
Yes, their first target is Elon Musk, Tesla. That is what I realize with these people. They are putting out tweets that Canadian politicians, like if Trump implement this, they will target Elon Musk because he is Trump's voice. That's according to the tweet I saw. Crazy. Why are they doing this? They said they will follow up companies that are affected in Canada. Why Trump doesn't care. It is insane to actually look at what is going on. Trump's plea to these people is simple: secure your border. That is simple. Trump did not, go further to advocate for certain kind of things. Secure your border. Justin Trudeau knew that there was a problem. He did nothing. Now it is on his neck. the guy is having few days to resign. In fact, he has resigned. I don't even know why he is still even here.
We are here this morning, my friends, as an unlikely group with leaders from across the political spectrum who've come together with cultural leaders, artists, academics, athletes, labor activists, and Indigenous militant activists. We represent the incredible regions of our beautiful country, and we are here for one reason. Our nation, our beloved Canada, is under threat. It is an economic threat, but it's also a threat to our values of decency and inclusion. It's a threat to our sovereignty and our very future as a nation. The threat comes, of course, from the President of the United States, a convicted felon and known predator. He's threatening massive tariffs to try and break us as a people. But the threat is also being driven by the hate algorithms of the oligarchs like Elon Musk. And there is the threat from people in our own country who would sell out our birthright to appease the gangster class from Mar-a-Lago. That is not going to happen. This morning, we launched the Pledge for Canada. We have signatories from across the cultural and political spectrum. We are asking Canadians to join and sign on today. It's a plan of resistance supporting a vision of our nation and what it should be and what it is that will not be traded away by appeasement. And it's a pledge for ordinary Canadians to hold their elected representatives to account, to defend our values that we hold dear. I've been honored to be part of this team. It started out as a small group, reaching out to other Canadian voices to try and find a way to come together in this age of Trump. And what we learned very quickly is that Canadians are proud and fiercely determined. We love our country and we will stand up for it. And what we are calling for today is an all-of-Canada approach in dealing with Trump. It's about fighting to protect all of our regions and our jobs, our linguistic, cultural, and Indigenous rights. We will not give up our belief in inclusive democracy, equity, and human rights. We need to combat the foreign interference from both the public and private actors and the manipulations of the digital platforms and defend our people against the rule of the oligarchs. We must give priority at this time to protecting our environment, to maintain control of our water, and staying focused on fighting.
Yes, this NDP MP Charlie Ongos attacks US President, calling him a convicted felon and known predator and accusing him of using tariff to break us as a people. That is according to a tweet I'm reading out. And when you go further into what he said, he also leveled Elon Musk, call him names. I don't want to actually elaborate on this. If you watch what I said at the beginning of this video, you can clearly understand their target. Elon Musk is their primary target because Elon Musk supported Trump, and we all know how these people dislike him because he called out Trudeau's BS every single time. Calling Trump all these, I don't know if this is just a provocation or what exactly. Nobody cares. The Democrat did this during elections. Nobody even listened. So seeing this coming from Canada is something laughable. They gave an ultimatum, secure your border. You should focus on that. Try to negotiate. See how you can solve that problem and stop all this ranting threat. Oh, this. It will not work. If Trump says something, he will do exactly that. I don't know if Trump is still new to them or what exactly. Thank you guys for always being there, sharing out my videos. God bless you abundantly. I put clips at the end. That is for the algorithm. You can end here. I'll be glad. And please remember to always share out the videos. God bless you.
Early on, immediately.
She's probably been put in there because, according to Donald Trump, she's a 10 to her.
The EU does not treat the U.S. fairly on trade and that he has some big complaints. Is that true?
right? And it doesn't mean that we should sit and pretend that it's suddenly okay, that this new presidency is just going to keep on keeping on. That is not the case. And because, final point for me, a year and a half is because...
This is the United States.
You're talking about a man who didn't become the president of the United States because of merit.
This lady is not.
Where awful things have happened. So
over. And sparks move things. And it doesn't matter how much water you have.
Future president and his gag are
funky in policy.
The city of the Pacific Palisades is burning. And, you know, I flew here last night. I was on a plane. Started getting texts.
So I am evacuating my home.
What we need to do against what we know is right. And these are the results.
Trump is now calling that Gavin Newsom should step down.
This is you getting water to areas that need water because there are fires in 100-mile-an-hour winds.
The situation is beyond control.
For the work that he's been trained his whole life to do.
What do we do?
Right now you're looking history, remember it.
As a country about January.
Yeah, and then I think all our tax dollars probably went for Gavin's hair gel. I don't know, but it's like, you know, it's sad.
I want to be
Jim Jordan.
In the 5 tenants of
Palisades Village right here. This is the town center of sorts.
And he did this little dance.
Josh Green, the governor of down in Hawaii, had some.
And then we watch news or talk to my friends.
Now look, I have a lot of fear that as
I'm not going to dignify his remarks.
So now, in the wake of a national tragedy like Wednesday's fatal plane, I think she's probably been put.
We keep on talking about